Let's learn how to set up a nudge marketing campaign. Step 1, log into Rent Cafe Site Manager. Step 2, select your property. Step 3, scroll down on the page a little bit and then click on the Marketing tab. After that, go ahead and click on Nudge Marketing. Now we're on the Nudge Marketing campaign page. We're going to go ahead and click Create New Campaign, which is in the upper right-hand corner. We're going to set up two different types of campaigns. One is going to be a scheduled campaign, and one is going to be an ongoing running campaign. Let's set up the scheduled campaign first, because I think that you'll probably use this one the most often. First, you'll build your campaign. Let's pretend that we're going to run a special at our property where we're going to give X amount off the move-in costs if they move in by the end of March. So we might want to give that special a headline that says, March into Great Savings. Now in the body, we're going to describe what the special is. So we might want to write something like, apply today to receive, you put in your dollar amount after this, but I'm going to put in $0 since I'm testing this. So apply today to receive blank off of your move-in costs. And you could also put something like certain restrictions apply, but I'm not sure it's totally necessary. That's up to you, and if you're concerned about it, you can ask your manager or your regional. So there's the body. That's a description of what our campaign essentially is. Next, you'll see a spot that says phone number. This should default to your property phone number, so you shouldn't have to do anything there. Next, you're going to describe your phone caption. So let's see. Let's just make this one say, don't miss out, call today. Next, we're going to set up the campaign triggers. So the campaign triggers decide what page and how quickly your nudge marketing campaign is going to pop up. So for this one, since it's a special that we're running for like a short amount of time, I definitely want to make sure every prospect that visits our website is aware of it. So I'm going to choose for this one to be displayed on any page that they visit, and I want it to pop up right away. So I'm going to have it say 0 page views, so they don't have to like click through our website a whole bunch to see it pop up. And then you'll see another option that says display after blank amount of seconds. That means how quickly after they first get onto your website, this will pop up. I don't recommend leaving this one at 0 because then you don't get a pop effect. I would say to choose at least 5 seconds for it to pop up, but I would say a safe range would be 3 to 10. For this example, I'm going to choose 5. Now you'll see we're going to set the campaign status. So that means, status is just whether it's running or not. So you've got the first option, which is running. That just means this will stay up for eternity unless you come in and turn off the campaign. So since this special is only for the month of March, I'm going to choose scheduled. So I'm going to have this start. We'll choose today. It should have been March 1st, but we'll have it start today, March 4th. And then we're going to choose to have it end March 31st. That means once this day is over, March 31st, this nudge marketing will no longer be active on your website. We're going to go ahead and click Save Changes. You'll see it says information has been saved, and it's going to take us back to the nudge marketing page. Then we'll go ahead and test it out. All right, so now you'll see our active campaign, March into Great Savings. You'll see there's another one set up on this property. I'm going to go ahead and delete this because I wanted to refresh this one. So there's two options. If you want to just stop this campaign from running and just kind of temporarily take it off the website, you can choose to edit it. Then you'll scroll down, and instead of leaving it as scheduled, we're going to click edit there, and we're going to change the status to stopped. Then I'll click save changes. Once again, it lets us know it's been saved, and it'll take us back to that main page. You'll now see the status is marked as stopped. But you know what? I just decided I don't really like this campaign. I don't think we're going to use it again. So I'm going to choose to just delete it. It's going to make sure that I want to delete it. I'll click OK. And then now you'll notice, well, in a moment, you'll notice that it's been removed, so it's no longer showing. Okay, so it looks like this one is set up. Let's go ahead and test it out on the property website. I'm going to open up a new tab and go to the website for Valley Stream. All right, so let's see if this pops up. All right, there we go. You'll see we've got that headline there, March into Great Savings. The body, apply today to receive blank off your move-in costs. Then you'll see that phone captions right here, don't miss out, call today. The phone number that we chose is there. And then it asks the prospect to type in some basic information so that we can contact them. Now let's say you set up your campaign in Rent Cafe Site Manager, but when you visited the property website, it didn't pop up for you. You may actually just need to go ahead and clear your history, your browsing data, and the cookies stored on your computer. So if you're using Google Chrome, you'll go to this little button on the far right, click History, History again, and then Clear Browsing Data. You want to make sure it's removing the browsing data, the cookies, and the cached images. Click Clear Browsing Data, close out of that, and then we can go back to Valley Stream and make sure it pops up this time. I know it popped up the first time, but just in case it doesn't work, I'm going to show you how you can clear your cookies so that it will. All right, there we go. So that's how you set up a scheduled campaign. I'm going to close out of this. All right, so let's go ahead and set up another type of campaign. This would be a running campaign. This is going to be, oh, sorry, it logged me out. Let me log back in real quick. Well, now you get to see how to get back there again. Marketing, nudge marketing. Okay, so we're going to set up a new campaign. We're going to once again click Create New Campaign. And this one is going to be a running campaign. So a running campaign would just be a general nudge you want to give to people. You wouldn't want to describe a special in a running campaign because our specials frequently change. We definitely don't want outdated information on our website. So the running type of campaign would be more of a greeting or a general message you want to send on a certain page. So this one, I'm going to put this on our photos page. I'm just going to make it kind of fun. So it'll only pop up when somebody visits the photos page. I'm going to have it say, like what you see. And then in the body, I'm going to write, if you can picture yourself living here, why don't you stop by for a tour? I mean, once again, you can make this say whatever you want. You're probably more creative than I am, so feel free to get, very creative with that. And then phone number, once again, defaults to our property phone number. And the phone caption, you could make this say whatever you'd like. I'm just going to make this one say call today. So next, since this one is going to go on that photo gallery page specifically, instead of having it say any page on the campaign triggers, I'm going to choose specific pages. And then I'm going to choose the photos page. And that's the only one I'm going to select. I'm going to make this say display after 0 page views because I don't want them to have to visit the photo page multiple times. So I'm going to leave that one set to 0. And the display after, I'm going to leave this one to 3 seconds. So once they go on the photo page, 3 seconds later, it should pop up and give them this fun little message. Now, since we don't need to make this a scheduled campaign because it doesn't expire at any time, I'm going to leave it set to running, and I'm going to click Save Changes. All right, so you'll see we've got our Like What You See set up. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the property website and see if we can get that one to pop up too. All right, so remember, it's only going to pop up on the photo page for this one. This is our other campaign we have set up, so you can have 2 running at the same time. I think you can have almost an unlimited amount of them running at the same time. Alright, so now we're on our photo page. It's been a couple seconds. And alright, so here's a good troubleshooting tip for you. We're on our photo page, but you'll see this March into Great Savings is kind of overriding that Like What You See campaign. So let's go back to Rent Cafe and try to keep those 2 campaigns separate on the website. So I'm going to go to March into Great Savings. I'm going to choose to edit that one. And then I'm going to choose for this to display only on specific pages instead of any page so that it doesn't overlap with our photo gallery campaign. So why don't we have this one pop up on, why don't we do any page except for that photo gallery page? The reason I didn't choose the Instagram page is because it's a sub-menu of photos, and I'm not sure if those are going to interact in a funny way or not. So I'm going to go ahead and click Save Changes. Oh, you know what? I apologize. I believe I have to display or change these settings again. So it defaulted back to 0. I'm going to set that back to 5. Okay, so our changes should now be saved. Let's get back to that main page. And then we'll test the property website again to make sure it's working. And it doesn't look like it's working, so I'm going to try that trick I showed you before, where I'm going to go ahead and clear my history. Clear browsing data. All right. Close out of this, and then I'm going to refresh the Value Stream website page. There we go. So our March into Great Savings is still popping up on this first page. Let's go ahead and test our photo campaign. There we go. Now we've got 2 different campaigns successfully set up in Rent Cafe's nudge marketing feature. That's basically all there is to it. I think I already showed you how to delete one, but just as a reminder, you just come back into the nudge marketing area and you can click delete. Or you can stop the campaign by editing it, but in most cases you're probably just going to delete it. So that's nudge marketing. If you have any further questions, feel free to send me an email, the marketing department, or your regional marketing specialist. Thank you so much for joining us today for this quick hit, and I hope you have a great day.